celebrations in the name of inclusivity, referring to
Hello, welcome to the channel.
the cherished traditions celebrate. They're going to be doing Refugee Week in June and various other activities, I guess. Have you heard about this story? It's been.
I haven't, but I'm always fine. I can't. I mean, we're a Christian country, as far as I know, aren't we? Still, as far as I know.
Right, okay, let's see what's going on. So today, let's just see if that'll do it. There's no fire lighters in it, it's just paper and kindling. I'm confident it's going to work. Alright?
Yeah. Why can't we do? But well, I think that's the thing, that you've got that this has sort of been done. The headmaster of this, she's put out this letter, and she's saying she's doing it for diversity, but really, like stopping something. I'm
confident.
Actually, it's the total opposite, surely.
Confident. Right, so today we've been upsetting cycling numpties. Going through Earth today. We forced to drive at 15 miles per hour, and then we got to the 40 bit. One of the cyclists insisted on being outside of the road, and then when he was turning left, he stayed on the outside of the road. Obviously, if I was walking or cycling, as you know, I do a lot of walking. I don't do a lot of cycling, but I would get out the fucking way. I would go to the inside of the road. But I don't know what gets into these people. I don't know why they do that. I get it that you want to be alongside your pals. I would agree with that. I would do that as well. But I would pull in and let traffic past. Especially when I'm about to turn left. It's like, why would you turn left and stay in the middle of the road? You know, that's just stupid, that, isn't it?
No, it's not inclusive to Christians. It feels like it's to accommodate specific groups, perhaps, possibly. I think it's a very good way to make Easter seem.
We'll have a look at these comments in a minute.
It wasn't that exciting. Now it's turning into some sort of interesting spiritual journey. You know, Gen Z are returning to.
So I'm so tired. And what I did was I'm so hungry, so I'll end up eating like everything. And I'm not really, you know, when you don't really enjoy food properly, you're just like munching into it. I had food today, but I think it was just with body clock being out of hell. Went to bed at 9, then got up at 12, then went to bed at 3, and then got up at, God, 4:30.
Sewage worker was sacked after calling Hamas violent and disgusting terrorists on a staff forum, with his employer citing concerns about offending colleagues and taking a one-sided stance. So, do you have any feelings about, is it one-sided to say that you think that...
I think you probably shouldn't say that when you're at work, should you?
Is bad?
I think it is bad, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this seems insane to me. Like,
Right, here we go. There it goes.
It's
going.
And not be offending people.
Well, they're taking it a little bit out of context. In this actual story, he does go on to
going.
say more specific things. Now, it's
About the
also
terrorists.
about Israel, Zionists, and a lot of things like that. It was inappropriate for him to say all of these things in a work forum completely.
So
but he probably should have just gotten a rock on the knuckles or telling off to. Maybe he shouldn't have been fired for it. Now,
I was going to have a beer, but I decided not to bother. So, no, I don't think you should really say your opinions at work like that, especially when it's not relevant to, you know.
There is an argument, I acknowledge that, in terms of whether to talk about any issue, any political issue on this forum, and I'd be interested to see if anybody else has been raising political issues and haven't been punished shortly. What it seems like the major concern here is the fact that they are actually saying that it was offensive to a relation to a protected characteristic, because they were talking about particularly religious belief, because he condemned Islamists. He didn't say Islam, he didn't say Muslims, he said Islam.
And he was very careful and covered that, you know, he really made sure it was all sewn up so that there was no...
The thing that really annoys me about these lot in there at GB News, they're very sort of anti-trans, right? So that's like, you think, oh well, okay then, they've got a point there. But most of them are gay. You know, well, I don't think he is, but a lot of the presenters are gay men, and the women are gay. Well, the men. I know that some of the male presenters are gay. Like, I mean, so you're fucking not exactly. You know, who the hell do you think you are? Sleeping with other men when you're a man. Parking your car in a man's back entry. You know, and then you're. So you're not having children, are you? You're not. It's not normal. And you've got the cheek to go on and say these trans lot are not normal. So I think that's fucking lot of shit. That Andrew Doyle, whatever he is. The other guy, Andrew. There's two of them, both called Andrew. I think. They're fucking fannies, the two of them. Why don't they go and get some women pregnant and shut the fuck up? Oh, because they're not interested in women. Well, why don't they shut up then? Dan Wooten's gay as well. They're all gay, the whole lot of them.
Next question is from Alex.
Right, my question is concerning Hungary. Does pride make people gay?
Ah, God.
This is
So out.
It's actually a really horrible story, but it's got a lot of different elements to it. So yeah, does pride make people gay? This is
No.
In Hungary they banned pride events.
Well, first thing you've got to ask for that is, does pride make people gay? So the first thing you do is you ask, what's pride? Then you've got to ask, what's gay? Before you can even get into the whether it does or not.
Which bars any depiction or promotion of homosexuality to minors under the age of 18. So I say what this really is a disgusting attack on gay rights.
See, now they're standing up for gay rights now, you see.
Are you sort of familiar with the
I mean, obviously the transgender thing is going to be in the gay rights thing, isn't it? Because if they believe you can't change your sex, then that means if you're a man and you change to be a woman, they don't recognise that.
conflating and bringing in the TQ plus stuff, whereas what seems to me a very obvious attack on gay rights.
So they're not having an attack on the gay rights. But trans rights, yeah, they don't mind that attack on that.
A lot more progressive or woke or whatever you want to call it. It's not just an attack on gay rights, it's an attack on their citizens. If they're having facial recognition, it's only gay people that go to Pride, is it? That's where I start with this and have a panic attack. I don't want the government using facial recognition to ban me from events. But as you say, there's more to it than that. It does sound like an attack. It's so odd to
Right, the fire's gone.
gay pride being banned. I can't imagine that happening in my country in my lifetime.
No, obviously it's are you familiar with this?
What I'm saying is, under their definition, the people that they are criticising are actually either gay or lesbian, depending on which way you look at it.
Legislation they put through, and including this idea that to sort of raise
They're really twisted, weird people.
funds of under 18s is somehow gonna.
You know, at the end of the day, if you want to be a normal human being, grow up, go and get a woman, get married, get her pregnant, have fucking loads of children, then fucking die. That would be normal. So you can't sit down and say, you don't like fucking transgenders, but you're really worried about gay rights. Because that's a lot of shit.
Like, I know that
Alright.
sometimes pride can get a bit out of hand. I myself went on to a festival called Prude, and me and Cresta are organising it. It's the Shame Part Festival.
They're just men haters, actually, is what they are. This is women are, yeah.
But this is
Hate men.
important. This facial recognition thing is quite
Do you know what? I'm going to stop moaning about this. I'm going to change it over. I think that might be the best option.
But yeah, it seems very regressionary. So on one hand, people admire Orban. They think he's this man full of family values, but he's really quite fascist.
Well, pride is very different, as you sort of mentioned, from what it was from when I went when I was younger. No, I went as a kid, you know, but it is very, very different now because of this sort of conflation and just bringing in of other things that aren't necessarily anything to do with being gay at all, but actually arguably fetishes, like straight people with fetishes, sort of invading that pride event. But that isn't what
Straight people with fetishes.
being homophobic.
So being gay
The moment is from John.
means that you're not having a fetish then, does it?
Why are white men such bad writers?
Yeah, why are white men such terrible writers, but great dressers? So, this is according to a piece published in Compact magazine. Young white male novelist
That's because they get ignored.
Major literary awards and publications in America, especially. Since 2020, not one of the 25 nominations for the Young Lions Prize for debut fiction has been a white man. For the last decade of 70 finalists for the Centre for Fiction's first novel prize, not one has been a straight young white male. And the New Yorker has never published any fiction at all written by a white American male born after 1984. So we are,
It's about time you change this round. You stop listening to these fucking arseholes.
of talent.
God.
It's connectivism.
Oh, it's because there's a thing on it about a nurse. Right, so how's that going then? Right, that's going well. Why don't we go have a look at the... Why don't we go and have a look at the honkers on the...
There's been some tampering.
Why don't we?
Results of these awards is what I would
Are you
say.
suggesting that not the best people have been nominated?
So the fire's going, it's going well, wonderful. Well, we could just start a channel update. Thanks for watching this, bye. Look at that, that's going. That's what you need, plenty dry kindling. That's how I get them going. You don't actually need firelighters, but of course maybe not everybody's got dry kindling. Yeah, I got that sorted out this afternoon when I got home. And you know, you bring it in the house, have it there for about 2 or 3 days before you use it. And it's dry as anything. And then you just light the fire and it goes whoosh. So thanks for joining me on this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye!
Female. But next, a new report into the misuse and neglect of recording sex reveals a lost decade of corrupt data from institutions like the NHS.
Right, hello and welcome to the channel. Right, there's been, I had to block one guy. I don't like blocking people actually. I think generally what I do is if they're offensive, like calling me names, or calling other people names, I block them. Right, so this cycling numpties. So what I've had is, let's see how it's going. Truck spotting. Cycling numpties. 46. 261. It's cycling numpties getting in the way again. And that one was a mad farmer at the Kelpies. That's 8,560. But so the cycling numpties had the usual comments. I mean, they're so full of shit, aren't they? I cycle to work. No, this guy's alright. I know exactly when there's traffic on me, as these clowns do. So I move out of the way to create minimal disruption. I'm only on the road for 6 minutes, but I don't hold up anyone. And I don't wear lycra wanker clothes. But these guys love their power trip through Earth. Yeah, he's right. This guy's a twat. I'm a cyclist and I would probably not have ridden 2 abreast. But read your highway code, it's perfectly permissible. And I don't know about that. This is the problem. You get yourselves all excited when the highway code gives you, or the government, the Green Communist government gives you an idea that you've got more rights than you had before. And it turns out you don't. So I don't know if you are allowed to do that. Maybe in certain circumstances, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pull over if you're holding up the traffic. So in some circumstances you can go 2 abreast. In that situation, that was deliberate and it was for a lengthy period. And you were turning left as well, and you still managed to stay in the way. Right, so this idiot says, Clive, also I would like to see you point out a place where you could legally pass with at least 1.5 metre gap, they're all going about this shit, without going into chevrons. It's not illegal to go into chevrons. You know, Captain Kirk's not going to turn up and blow the vehicle out of the road because I went on a chevron. Fucking hell. Nice pass and a blind bend at the end also. Patience is everything. No, it wasn't a blind bend. I could see round the corner, so could the car. Right? Patience is everything. Well, not really. I mean, why should you go around holding up the traffic for no reason at all? Just because you're a bunch of twats. Clive. Twat. Right? What is he? Clive. PD. Pallet bench. Okay, they're weirdos, aren't they? Right? So this one. So let me get this straight. One person in a 4 or 5 person car taking up 10 times the space and you want more room. One person in a 4. That's like, what the hell's that got to do with the price of fish? one person. It's not really about. It's about. Yeah, well, it's about being held up. What's that got to do with it? One person in a 4 or 5 person car. And you want more room. I don't want more room. I want room. I want to be able to drive. I want to be able to drive along at the legal limit at least, and get on with my business. I want speed. I want speed. I want to be able to go at the speed limit. In that case, it would be 30 miles per hour or 40. One car you melt. Right. Shameless pedophile. Right. Okay. We'll just leave that one. Make them spandex wearing morons pay road tax. Yeah, you're right. When you went past the roundabout, it turned out so you've just filmed yourself speeding. So that says 20 zones were introduced using a TTRO, an edict by the Scottish Government. They are not legal enforcement, they are not speed limits. Speed limits, there, according to the Highway Code, is 30 miles per hour. You need to do some research. Been through this so many times. So he comes back. So the sign, the 20 sign on the lamppost and the giant painted sign on the floor mean nothing. Okay, buddy. Yeah, yes. They do mean that. Yes. Right, so this is annoying. Right, we're going on about this. I've been going on about this for years. Probably for the last, certainly the last couple of years. And nobody's been able to prove me wrong with this. And we are talking about Scotland, of course. Well, it's the Scottish Government there, right? So, yes, so what he says, so the 20 signs on the lamppost and the giant painted sign on the floor mean nothing. Okay, buddy. Yes, exactly. This annoys me because it's when people aren't listening to you and are just repeating the same drivel. You know, they do mean nothing. There's no 20 speed limit in Scotland. There isn't. There is in Wales, but not in Scotland there isn't. In England there isn't either. That's under a civil matter. But we're talking about Scotland right now, right? Because that's where we are. That's where I am. I'm in Scotland. That's where the video was. Yes, exactly. Get used to the misuse of power. At least come to terms with it. 20 zones were introduced using a TTRO, an edict by the Scottish Government. They are not legally enforceable, are not speed limits. The speed limit there, according to Highway Code, is 30 miles per hour. I'm repeating myself here. If you don't accept what we are saying, then please point us in the direction of legislation that covers 20 zones. You won't, because you can't, because there isn't any legislation. We have covered this extensively on this channel, and nobody so far has proved us wrong. It isn't going to be you. The sign means nothing. As already mentioned above, go do some research or shut up. You know what, it sounds a bit rude what I'm being like here, but it's like, go and do, prove me wrong. Or come away repeating the same pish all the time. You know, I've said what the situation is. You've got to go and prove me wrong. If it was so easy, it would have been done a long time ago. But nobody can do it. There's a couple of times people have come round. You know, I've actually enlightened them, so to speak. Yeah. Right. So fuck it. Why are they so dumb? Right. Look at this fucking wanker. Right, why is the cyclist mad, or are you just an anti-cycling twat trying to get likes? You're getting blocked. Big deal, it wouldn't be the first time you're getting blocked. Yes, I heard you the first time, so you're... where does it say that? You are... you could put a apostrophe in it, yeah. And they start doing that. Right, well, he's getting blocked for... Who cares about fucking spelling, you fucking arsehole? Yes, I heard you the first time. You're not you are. As in, well, how can you hear when you're typing? But you have answered my question in the affirmative. Teapot Dave. Teapot Dave! Look, nothing. So what a fucking arsehole, eh? Right, what we'll do is, he's called a twat, so we'll report. You know, just don't go on about it too much. So you just hide them from channel. Is that okay? Right. It's like, why would you go on, you know, why would you go on YouTube and just, right, traffic where? I mean, you kind of have to block people when they're, you know, when they're being like offensive like that, you know, yeah, I've seen that, John, about the fly tipping. It's a long station road and it seems to be a long, I think what John's talking about here, fly tipping outside Flynn, going towards the tip. Aye, just for the roundabout. I don't know if he means the other side of the roundabout, which is towards the tip, or I never noticed that. I drove that way today, but I didn't go down to the tip. Well, you know, it did, right, so that's because the Scottish Government has fucked about with the bloody recycling centre. So they charge like your businesses and trader type people. So, you know, it's quite a lot of money, £300-400. They go down there with a pickup or a van or something, they're instantly recognised as being in the trade. So what are they going to do? They're just going to dump the shit in the verge. You know what? I wouldn't do that. I couldn't bring myself to do that, but I totally understand why they're doing it. They're doing it because of the government. You don't see them stopping producing shit. They still want us to get corporations rich, don't they? Hell, let's have a look. Nothing. Right. So, right, just get fed up with people being dumb, you know. So maybe we might get a lot of views out of that cycling numpty video. Let's have a look. Maybe not. Analytics. 269. Not really. Truck Spotting's had more views. Yeah. This one's doing quite well. Mad Farmer at Kelpies. It's probably reached its peak now. 8,600. I think it's probably tailed out now. 2 views the last hour. What was it, the last 48 hours? 8,562. That was quite good. It was just lucky it went past me. You know, when I was going past the Kelpies.
Pickup truck.
This is the one we're talking about.
In the back, overtaking us in the outside lane. There we go. Look at that. 5 bales. Doing 70 mile an hour.
Farmer.
Now we're in the outside lane. We get traffic coming to the inside here. But just don't Adam and Eve it. So they're going to let them over? No, are they? Fuck. What's this? What's that car? I wouldn't drive that fast if I had the belts on there, but you see the strobes flapping around in the wind?
Right. So, on that note, let's get the... Come on.
I just don't believe it. There we go, look at that. 5 bales.
There it is. Take a wee picture of that. Right. Okay, let's go and check the fire. Well, that's called, if you want to watch that, it's called... Oh, that's the full video. Tattoo Convention, M9 Motorway, Slateford, Edinburgh, Scotland, UK. But there is shorts, obviously. They're called Mad Farmer at the Kelpies. Mad Farmer doing 70 at the Kelpies. So go and have a look at them. There you go, you got a lovely fire. Yeah. So I'm going to get some more wood on it and then have another cup of tea and I'm going to go get some rest. Right, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. look at that.
security risk. So it should be explained. This place, this is what kind of like the reason why the question alludes to Q from James Bond, is because this is where they get the secret weapons.
It's up at the edge of the hot bit. I've turned the air down a bit. That's it roasting in here.
Only two sexes. That's gonna then how is that gonna impact?
Yep, there's only two sexes. Yep.
It's just in the spirit of science, isn't it? He's someone that likes accuracy.
There's multiple genders, but there's only two sexes, male and female. Well, there's intersex as well. Technically, there's three, but there's only two sexes.
And then someone's like, well, what about a non-binary pheromone?
And welcome to the channel. We're working on that today. Oh, right, the cycling thing's gone a bit nutty. So cycling twos or brace is what I tell cyclists to do. Right, I haven't looked that up at the moment, but I reject that. So first, it doesn't tell you what to do. It would suggest, like, you know, the highway code. It's a code. You know. So it might say in some circumstances, well, I'll need to look it up, but I think it will say something like, you can go in twos in specific circumstances. It's perfectly acceptable to do that, right? So it's a judgment call that you make, you know, in some circumstances. So this is what happens. Say like, it said something like, it's perfectly fine for primary age children to walk down the middle of a motorway. And then go, oh yeah, let's let your kids do that. No, you wouldn't, would you? Because it's just like not safe, is it? So you use your brains. What's safe and what isn't safe. So it's not safe to cycle on twos. And there's no reason for it. In this scenario, there's no reason for it other than you are being belligerent and you believe you are entitled to do that. So you do it. So because of something that I might be entitled to do doesn't mean to say I'm going to go and deliberately do it. Just because I'm so entitled, and that's what this guy was doing on the bike, right? So I don't get this. Orby, I don't really want to get it. Orby water gel guns work a treat. I'll show you just to see so you know what I'm talking about here. So there's a series of videos that I've put out. That we have put out. We have put out.
You can't pass them like because they've got these islands in the way. Now we're supposed to do 40.
That's a 40
Oh, we do 40 now. Oh no, look, we're doing 15.
So look at the guy in the
You
right.
could have passed them there.
He's doing that deliberately.
Oh fuck.
That one. So he's turning left. I mean, why would you go over to the right when you're turning left? You know? It's just deliberate. Deliberate. So, hold on. It's not your road. It's not theirs either. Well said, Mr. Noodle. Well, it's the public road, isn't it? So it's like Daily Senate. Is that some Welsh weirdo? It must be. Deport these daubers as well. I thought he meant the Volkswagens, but I don't know. Giving all sides a bad name, entitled rude behaviour. That's the way I see it. I've got a push bike, and as everybody knows who watches my videos, I wander around on roads and everything like that. And there's trucks and cars come towards me. I get the fuck out of their way. You know, and that's because I'm not entitled. Well, I am entitled. I like making videos and I go places I shouldn't go, but I don't deliberately set out to disturb the traffic or hinder the traffic. So Tossers, what's it called? It's the video about Cumbernauld. Got a wee bit of a... Hate those fuckers. This is a cycling one. Hate those fuckers on the road. Think they own it. No mirrors eating. Expect us to know where they move out. Idiots. Right, let's have a look. There's a lot of things that have been held. Oh, over to that 15. I'm going to have to block that, aren't I? Yeah, I'll have to block that because you can't. You can't write that down like that. 2 abreast maximum total fanny. Oh, so you're not allowed to have 3 abreast. Oh, right, okay, I didn't actually realise that. 3 abreast. Oh, right. Oh, God. This guy's getting a wee bit excited. Who the fuck are you talking to, you insignificant piece of dried turd? Sitting in your council house. Oh, I'm not gonna deal. This is funny. In your council house thing, you're a big man. Yeah. Does this look like a council house to you? Does it? Oh, I'm getting big-headed now. Does that look like a council house? Does it? Does anybody think this is a council house? Did he? We've got the fucking Wallace Monument out there. Council house. Is that a council house? Council house? Man, that could look like a council house. Hey, wait a minute now. Council houses are... that's demeaning to council houses, and that's not fair. It's not fair because the fucking council houses are fucking good houses, right? Go finish your white lightning, you flea. What a fud. I'm going to approve that. I should have approved that last night. I seen it coming in, I went to my bed. There is one thing for certain, if you want to upset, if you want to have an argument, like if you've got a YouTube channel and it's a bit boring or something much going on, if you get involved with cyclists, oh hi, that can get things heated up a bit. Of course, they signalled left, just as you passed them, having patiently waited. Annoying on so many levels. I was going to point out fannies you noted should have been spelt fannies, but on reflection maybe you've got the right plural. Oh, who cares? I'm going to stand and watch the next group and decide as they pass how they should be referred to. Fannies, aye. Oh, so it's a spell checker thing. Something you get that a lot, don't you? People start going on about the spelling. I think that's a strange thing, that, eh? I think it's when you're just opposed to somebody and I think, well, that's a great way to do it, eh? I've just realised I haven't even used the AI computer to answer any of these. Alright. So there we go. I don't know what happened to that rude answer. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is there. Who the fuck are you talking to? So basically, this guy's not very bright. When you went past the roundabout, it turned into a 20, so you just filmed yourself speeding now. I've had this, obviously, anybody who watches this one knows that 20 zones are not legally enforceable in Scotland. So I've got all the information. I could go back and find it all. I have done quite a lot on this. Nobody's been able to prove me wrong so far, and it's not going to be him or anyone else. So 20 zones were introduced using a TTRO, an edict by the Scottish Government, and not legal enforceable and not speed limits. Speed limit there, Continental Code is 30 miles per hour, you need to do some research. Right, so when Ian Livingston was Chief of, head, whatever the job's called, Police Scotland, Chief, whatever it fucking is, right, he said, and it was a news report, that he wasn't going to prosecute anyone for doing 20 when they introduced it. The first time they introduced it. And so that's been buried. I can't find that article anywhere. It was in one of the newspapers. And that's because it's politically been hidden from you and me. But without going into it all, because obviously it could take hours to explain all this, but so the reason that he wouldn't prosecute, his officers wouldn't prosecute anyone is because they can't. That's why. If police aren't prosecuting you, it's often because they can't. And so this guy's he's not listening to this, so he's not wanting to listen. So the sign, see that giant paint sign on the floor mean nothing. Okay, but well, yeah, they don't mean anything. No, this guy here cannot get into his head that that the government's lied to them. The government is lying to you. Is that so? You're indignant that if a sign says 20, it must mean 20. That the government wouldn't lie to you, they wouldn't cheat, and they have cheated in this case. This is an excellent example of how the government have cheated us by manoeuvring round law, and that's what they've done to make you think you have to do 20 miles per hour when you don't. And you won't be prosecuted. They might stop you. You can sit there and argue with them. They haven't done that with me yet, but I will. Do 30 in these situations, because you can. They will not prosecute you. That's what the words of advice and all this stuff. But you can tell them what. You get armed with information. Don't be a fanny. Why should you follow? You don't follow laws that are stupid. That's not even a law, is it? It's a diktat. That's what it says there. An edict. An edict. Right, so, who the fuck are you talking to, you insignificant piece of dried turd, sitting in your council house thinking you're a big man? Go finish your white lightning, you flea. Well, I don't have any white lightning. Alright. Try to get my head around this comment. Yeah. Fannies. I don't know, I think it's when I moved to central Scotland I started saying fannies. I don't think I said it that much when I was up So, I mean, okay, let's see what's going on. 5, 6, 4, 5. I mean, the cyclists, you know. So I do like to get out and about and, out in fresh air and stuff. Yeah, I do like to wander around and stuff, yeah. So it's not like I'm against people cycling, you know. I just think they should not be so selfish. That's a mad farm at the Kelpies. The weird thing is, it's caused a lot of stir up, this cycling videos, but it's not got that many views. The actual truck spotting video, truck spotting at Westfield Roundabout, 7:35. That's weird, isn't it? So I put these another two on this morning. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? There's 2 views but 12 comments. I'd put it on probably about half an hour ago. They must have just been sitting waiting to comment on that. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, that's went nuts. Oh, look at that. 2,112 views. That's just went fucking berserk. See that YouTube, they do sort of talk about that's 60 minutes, 2,000 views. You know, like timing. So I've just got up. I mean, we're in the UK. I'm in the UK. A lot of my viewers are probably in the UK, which is why. So it's only saying 2 views, but it's actually 2,112. And it's got 12 comments. So that's just been put on. Maybe that's been the ideal time to put it on. I know people are up going to their work or something. Obviously, people that don't work are not going to be. Probably going to be on the phones at this time in the morning. I don't know. It's about what is it? 26 minutes past 8. Anyway, okay, right, that'll do for now. Try and get this finished today. Whoa! I've lost control of my. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I'm back from my walk. Cycling comments are coming in thick and fast. Well, of course, for me this is good. So I have to sort of, I have to actually wind them up, really, actually. Well, the whole video, I believe that they shouldn't be blocking up the traffic like that. And we need to keep it simple, and go on about going into all sorts of fancy ideas. But really what we need to do is just say, look, there's no reason for three cyclists and one to be out in the middle of the road, especially when you're turning left. You're doing that deliberately, there's no reason for it, other than to show your entitlement. So the interpretation of the highway code and all this stuff we go on about, but it's actually, I believe it's quite ignorant. So we've got like a battle going on here between, it's always a binary decision. There's those for it and those against it. So obviously I'm against it, but I'm not against cycling, I'm not against walking, I'm not against keeping fit. What I want is to keep out the way of commerce. I don't want people like myself or cyclists or anyone that's out and about to restrict commerce. I want to let people freely move around what they're doing. and it might be that they're out for pleasure as well, but it's business and pleasure and everything, and that's what the so this does fall into green communism, that they don't want us to earn money, they want us to be stuck at home like these fannies, right? Because they'll all be getting money from the government and doing fuck all. But that's me going off the tangent. It's easy to do that, right? So so he's admitting he's winding up car drivers, whether on my bike or behind the wheel of an Arctic. Oh, he's in an Arctic. What FUD. Just going to go. See, there's a lot of people. He's not holding anyone up. How was he not holding anyone up? Of course he was. We followed him all the way through here, doing 15 miles per hour. You idiot. Right? They let it don't do anything wrong. Yeah, they did. Right, okay. So this guy here, he's talking about commuting into Hull. Massive queue. I'll not read it all out, but I have read it. Massive queue. He gets to he's on a bike, this guy, a motorbike, Duncan Jowett. He gets to the end. It turns out this guy's cycling, doing he's timing himself. And the guy, because he was on a motorbike, he says, "Why have you seen the queue? Why don't you go onto the bike lane that's to the left of you?" And he says he doesn't like it. It slows him down. You know. So we've got a sonogram coming in. The cyclist can block the lane if they feel it's close call. You get to overtake. Blocking the road to where the birds are is good mood stop. Twats like you, such a cock womble driver. Okay. I don't think it's the worst comment, is it? But well, I have been blocking people, but I don't really want to block people too much well, yeah, just some of them get blocked. Oh, stop second guessing yourself. Fuck's sake, block them if you don't. If you have to. If you don't. Right. This is good for me, by the way. This is good for me because I'm getting.
It's on fanny on a push bike. You can't pass them because they've got these islands in the way.
That golf looks quite nice, doesn't it? Black, nice colour. 7 years old.
Now we're supposed to do 40.
So we're doing 40 now.
Oh, we can do 40
here.
Oh, look, we're doing 50.
This one.
You could have passed them there. Oh, fuck.
This one's doing that deliberately. Right, so, you know, I think it's unreasonable. I don't think they should be doing that. We're going to have a battle about it. Fine, I'm a car driver, I'm a van driver, you know, I drive for business and I drive for pleasure. It's mostly business what I drive for. Usually when I'm working or something, when I was doing various jobs over the years, and obviously I still do business, but I've been driving since I left school. It's 1982, and it's generally been for business. It's not been fanning around on a push bike, you know. It's been for a reason. Is what I'm trying to say. So we've got a whole load of comments. So we'll get through them. So thanks for watching. Bye. This is quite shocking. This guy's a truck driver. Just be patient. We are as much right to road as you do. It occurs to me that all I do is wind up car drivers, whether on my bike or behind the wheel of an Arctic. I'm recording this because he's admitting that he goes around deliberately winding up car drivers in his truck. He shouldn't be driving a truck, right? So I think that's appalling. So you deliberately wind up car drivers. You shouldn't be driving a truck. I hate to watch. I'm not getting too involved with this. It's all, for me, it's just to get views and a bit of fun. It's not. I can't change the world. I can point out where it's wrong, but I can. You know, there's no. I'm actually getting myself a little bit too involved with it. You know, when you start actually getting angry at people. You know, so I just said to this guy, you shouldn't be driving a truck if you're deliberately winding up car drivers. So what he's putting himself. He's a truck driver, and he's putting himself into two categories: cyclist and truck driver. He doesn't like car drivers. You know, I'm in all these categories. I'm a cyclist, I'm a walker, I'm a motorist, I drive commercial vehicles, I've driven trucks, I've done all that, right? So I'm in all these different, I'm not putting myself in any single category. He's putting himself in two. He doesn't like car drivers. He shouldn't be driving a truck. Definitely. Let's have a look at the clown. Especially if he's got a job, he shouldn't be saying things like that. That's him there. Oh, lovely. That's not probably not him anyway. Or a fanny. Yeah. That's probably the worst comment so far, and the fact that he's actually admitting he's a truck driver and he winds up car drivers. Oh, fuck it, never mind. They're all just idiots, aren't they? It's only just bloody YouTube. If he's so brilliant at driving trucks, why is he fucking sitting and commenting? Well, he's probably in his break, isn't he? Well, never mind. Right, so squat your own screen. Ah, yeah, I get that now. Aye, squirt your windscreen. It's hysterical. They have to get off and clean their little glasses. Yeah, I get you now. Sorry. Yes. Okay, thanks. Are you going to do some of that then? Yeah, let's get started on that. I need to find the picture as well. We've got Arts Nottingham coming in, the cycling thing's going on, Cycling Wars is going on. Twats. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah, I need to get on with that. Hello, we're getting the cycling things still going on and on and on. Right, so I've got, this isn't the held comments thing, so some of them get held because I've got twat on it or something. I mean, this guy's nuts. Like, I don't think he's, that looks like AI computer, but it's not. I think it's genuine. His brain is genuinely diseased. Right, I mean, it's as long as you're showing no fact as you don't know. On each use the road without a license, the right to be there. Don't know, they're just going mad, don't they? These people. It's not your road. Right, let's show the hidden comments. Let's see what we've got here. Somebody's getting upset. Fucking hell. Leon Michael. You want a push bike to do 60? God damn, you're stubborn and greedy. PS roads. PS, alright. Roads weren't built for cars. They were made for horses, soon to be going 5 or 10 miles per hour. Couldn't think so. Retarded. Laugh out loud. Greedy, dumb, and most importantly, shouldn't be on the road. If you're small little brain can't handle someone else on. I think it's retarded is the reason it's been blocked. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I mean, this cycling thing, it's great for me. I'm getting all this footfall and traffic. Yeah, keep the argument. It's actually quite, it's disappointing that I'm getting so much, when I get a lot of coverage on YouTube, it's when it's negative, you know, and it's an unpleasant thing, arguing and everything. And like, so if I go and put my artwork on, nobody really watches it. I'll only get 1 or 2 comments. But I'll put this cycling thing on, look, 7,700 views, 1,171. Well, that was a truck spotting video. You know, 8,579. I put loads of cycling ones on and I'm getting... It's just like try to get as much out of it as you can. And the main video has even got more views than normal. So it's cycling fannies 20. 27. It's only just been put on. Right, thanks for watching. I'm going to get on with this. Right, hello. Hello and welcome to the channel. I've been trying to do art and just making a complete mess of it. I've been trying to do it here. This is not a good idea. Oh, right, it just all went horribly wrong. Right. There was quite a horrible comment came in, so I'm just going to report it to can't even type properly. What does that mean? Okay. Right, so we'll get that. Where did it go? Horrible person. Yeah, so... Oh, damn. Yeah, so it's... you're the worst, get a grip, stop trying to go viral. It's a really strange thing to say. We are nowhere near the worst, but thank you anyway. You can't even type properly. Absolute nonce. Go play in traffic. You deleted. Oh, it's like, who is this idiot? Before we block them, Chunelll. Oh, it's one of these gamers. No brains. Right. So what we do with that is report. Hates. That's child abuse, isn't it? Nonce. Yeah. I mean, so you know, it's you know, you get into words like that. So it's the same plonker there. Report. So report that. You know, I don't mind people, like, obviously, you know, obviously it's going to upset a lot of people, this sort of thing, cycling thing, innit? But some of them go too far, don't they? This guy, he says I'm deleting his comments, but I haven't deleted any of his comments. So I think YouTube deletes comments. You know, I'm not sure exactly. I think it's like things that just, because you can say certain things, but I'm not sure exactly. But look at this. You bore me. Focus on sites where I go hating something else because they stole rainbows. You're a fucking idiot. Deleting my comment chat, leaving your replies. It's not. I haven't deleted any of his comments. So I think it must be YouTube, because it's supposed to be a family kind of thing. So basically, he's thinking or maybe he's putting them on and this is held here. Maybe he's putting it on and he can't see them, and that's because they're going in there. He might be deleting them himself. There's something weird going on, but I haven't deleted any of this guy's comments. But he's obviously not right in the head, is he? Dan Ford. A lot of the gamers and that are not quite Dan Ford. I think we'll just probably. Let's try. Yeah, this guy overtaking a corner. I should have blocked him then. You prick. Right. So I'm not sure if I can explain to you why he's said his comments are getting deleted. I haven't deleted any of his comments. So it must be some of the YouTube algorithms are picking up some of the things he's saying, because, you know, I mean, there's things that I say as well. 3 later. But I quite like that one. I'm going to copy that one, because when I delete this guy, you know, I'm going to lose that. So right, so okay, just right. So what you do is, it's going on about mental health and everything. It does get doing this when this happens. It does actually start to, you know, it does actually start to affect you a wee bit. I'll be honest. So report that harassment or bullying. So you know, you just. So you report this one as well. If you want to, you know, go for the go for it. You know, he's going too far, right? So you don't. No, just leave that on tick to now, right? I mean, report, harassment or bullying. Right, and so this is the only comment he's done that's not actually offensive, but this one is. So you report that, and there's another comment from this clown up here. I used to do this sort of thing quite a lot when I started doing YouTube. Yes, I did. So he's called me a troll, but it's obviously it's him that's a troll, isn't it? So we'll report that one. Harassment or bullying. So that's on me. Report. Hide user from the channel. That's that. So that's that. That guy blocked. I mean, it's the only thing you can do. Like it's alright having a laugh, and I've been quite offensive to people as well. But you start going on about, you know, the other one was going on about nonsense and stuff, and it's like, it's going too far as I'm concerned. You know, yeah. So, well, look at it. So it's way up at 13,621. It's got 149 likes, 36 dislikes. That was that the one you put on this morning, 24th of March? Yeah, because I did one last night. So I put this one on this morning. So it's 13,000. It's quite a lot, isn't it? See how it says 13,714. So last 60 minutes, 24. It's trying to dine out a wee bit now. So thanks for watching. 5654. Yeah, some of them just, you know, they just get a bit too nasty, don't they? I think there's a kind of thing where they just go some, I don't know if they're gamers or something, they just don't know how to. At the end of the day, you have to have some kind of standards, you know. So that's what I've done. So I was trying to avoid blocking people, but I've probably only blocked about 2 out of this whole thing actually. When they start calling you pricks and that, you should block them right away. But thanks for watching. Bye. Hello and welcome to the channel.
Only on GB News, the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Mornings don't have to be tiresome, especially if you have
We don't have any firelighters. Is that going to be enough just to get it going? Is it? Is it going to be?
every morning from 6 a.m.
Only on the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
We'll spread the news, you spread the word.
How's that going?
Tiresome, especially if you
God, that's not enough, is it?
Wake up to news as it happens, opinion and debate, and of course, a little bit of entertainment too.
because when the kettle's on, we're on.
That's Breakfast on GB News, a show
Well, maybe it
worth
is.
waking up for.
You really are
From 6 a.m.
not doing a very good job of this.
Britain's news channel.
We'll spread the news, you spread the word.
Could have done with some,
My show is your opportunity to put through all the noise.
you know, like you just put it out.
Ideas clash. No, you're obviously avoiding my point. Nothing's held back.
If you think this was the end of it, wait for more.
And we do not shy away from the difficult stuff. Sometimes I want to shake people. I say, if only you would have stopped. So join me on Dukes and Kerr weeknights at 6 p.m. only on GB News, Britain's news channel. Join me, Camilla Tominey, for a frank and honest discussion with those in power that cuts through the spin and get out. Britain's
I have to get the firelight. I don't know where the firelighters are. I think they're in the car. Didn't bring any in the house.
It's 9 PM on Patrick Christie's tonight.
Lies, lies, lies.
Lies.
What we got? We got the paper.
Lies. I reveal the damning list of lies and sleaze that Prince Harry Times Radio has listed the public.
Let's try it up here.
Eritreans fight each other on the streets of Britain again. Is the UK now a dumping ground for the world's problems?
Yes, it is.
We need to build the homes, and we're doing everything we can to turn the tide of decline and build the houses that people.
So the whole cycling thing today, the cycling arguments, jeez, it started to actually affect me. It normally does when I get a lot of, when that happens. It's happened before. It's kind of like, it's not exactly viral, but I suppose you get a lot of traffic, you know, on your channel, so it kind of, it does kind of affect you a bit. Plus you're constantly answering comments as well, you know.
Yes, they are doing Refugee Week later, though. That's great, isn't it? And hard left radicals are smashing up Teslas to protest Elon Musk. His father, Errol, joins me live also tonight.
It's the most emotional experience that a person can go through to know that what they're working on is something that has reached a generation of people.
The wokest film ever, Snowflake and the Seven Snores, is tanking. Empty cinema seats right across the country. Gosh, you hate to see it. Oh, and can anyone please tell me what is so special about these cows? They are very special cows. On my panel tonight is Daily Express columnist Carol Malone.
Oh God, yeah.
Advisor Matthew Larser and former Tory party chairman Sir Jake Berry. Oh, and what on earth is happening here?
There's Remy and his siblings. And this is Ren and their siblings.
All that and more. Get ready, Britain. Here we go.
Oh God, what shit. Right, so it seems to be lighting the top part of the fire.
Good evening. Is Labour the party of sleaze and lies? Let's start
Yes.
with the sleaze. Chancellor Rachel Reeves took £600 worth of free tickets to see a concert by Sabrina Carpenter, who ironically has a song called Buy Me Presents. Let's have a little look, shall we, at what we think Rachel
You go further
Reeves'
away, it sort of
income
blurs it
might
out.
be per year. So today it was announced that MP's salaries are rising by 2.8% to around 94 grand a year. As Chancellor, she reportedly receives roughly £67,000 a year on top of that. Her and her husband, a senior civil servant, reportedly make 74 grand a year as landlords, and his salary is reported as being as much as £174,000. So that is a combined total of somewhere.
Well, I think that's going quite well.
£2 grand a year. So she still takes freebies, does she? Well, of course, it was all for security reasons.
I took those tickets to go with a member of my family. I thought that was the right thing to do.
Gosh, she sounds like a moron, doesn't she? This,
Because you could pay for them. Well, these weren't tickets that you could pay for. So there wasn't a price to those tickets. Obviously, I will declare that the value of them, but they weren't tickets that you were able to buy.
okay.
These weren't like you could pay for those tickets. Oh, come on. But her own colleagues have had enough.
Fucking hell.
I'm not surprised, really. Cabinet Minister Heidi Alexander slapped Reeves down this morning.
I haven't taken any tickets, to be honest, since I was elected back in June as the new Member of Parliament and going straight into the Ministry of Justice and then coming straight into the Department of Veterans
Right.
Law. I actually, sadly, haven't been to see
So how's it? It's sort of like
for the last 9 months.
the top part of it's going, and the bottom bit's not going.
Tickets. I have never, as a member of Parliament, I have never accepted tickets to any concerts.
Yeah. The Chancellor has already made cuts
Aye.
for pensioners, cuts for farmers, cuts for the disabled, and today it's been revealed that she's about to cut
Well, that is really amazing, isn't it?
£500 from state schools. This is after her VAT raid on private schools has forced...
So we've got kindling, dry kindling, plenty of it, and a lump of wood at the bottom. These kind of longer sort of bits.
The trip cost the taxpayer 20 grand. There is no good reason why she needed to be there.
Oh yeah, I could do with sort of clean. Well, so today we've had.
Funded private safari trip. She was there, and civil servants had to tell her that wasn't really appropriate.
What these videos? So I got like, I think it's like 17,000 views on one, 12,000 on another. There's another one got a few as well. The farmer overtaken in the farmer overtaken got. So just sort of like to pull it all back, because you'll end up getting carried away with strange arguments. You know, we've got a big debate going on at the moment about road tax for cyclists and everything, right? But all we really want is for you lot to stop being complete fannies and cycling in the middle of the road. There's no reason for you to cycle. I mean, the government or some twat government thing has said that you can, and that doesn't mean to say it's a good idea. It's not a good idea. We don't want you cycling in the middle of the road. There's no need for it and no reason for it. And what happened yesterday was deliberate. So we don't, like, normal people don't want to be held up by cyclists. Why would they? Like, claiming that we're impatient. Of course we have. We've got lives to get on with. Oh, Jesus. It's like absolutely unbelievable. And so there's, you know, the usual idiot cyclists are supporting the clowns, and there's a lot of people agree with me, and there's actually a lot of cyclists agree with me as well, and they're sick of these fannies. It's just courtesy, that's all it is. Total courtesy, that's all it is. Courtesy for other people, and they are so entitled. So I'm sitting here on my chair, right? This is my chair, so I can sit here, right? But the way they look at things, they'd be able to cycle through my living room or something. You know, because the government says it's okay to cycle through other people's living rooms. And they'll go, yeah, that's why we're doing it. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know. Fucking absolutely unbelievable. But you know what? It's done great for me. You lot idiots, yeah. Yeah. So that's the bottom bit cut now. I think we can shut this now. I kind of put these bits along like that diagonally between the bottom bit and the side bit. I sort of stopped the other ones from falling out. Yeah. So I had trouble with my doing this today. Well, first, what happened? I just it's sort of smudged. So, and I started getting a bit. I think I can fix it. I mean, I had a problem with the hairspray. It was coming out direct and rather than spraying, and it smudged it all. So all I really need, I'm feeling a wee bit down about it, but that's fine. It's fine. I just need to go over that again. The wee man in particular needs to be defined. I think I can fix it. Yeah. Yeah, it needs a bit more colour in the the sky as well, doesn't it? Well, it's grey and white, but no, we need to get a bit more done to that tomorrow. It didn't really quite work out the way I wanted it. Yeah. That's supposed to be a stick, that bit on the right. Yeah. So it was done in two sections. So it's kind of difficult to do that again because it's. Right, another problem is that the tree bits went in the wrong place. So I need to go over that. Yeah. Fucking hell, it's fuzzy. Even the phone's struggling with it. Oh god. I'll have to do something about that tomorrow. This is absolutely unbelievable, this. She's like comments. I think it might get to a point where I can't cope with the comments, yeah. You know, like there's too many of them, but it's never really been that bad before. So there's no new ones in, well, not that I know of, but so we've got let's see what we've got here. So we've got 13,656, 2,235, 8,590, and that is good. That's fair to liven things up a bit, you know. So that'll help the analytics. So it's down there, but that's because it hasn't quite caught up with. That's Sunday, Saturday. So that'll go way up. So it's got 27. See, these things is a weird thing, this, right? 213,000 views, but it's 27,600 more views than normal, and it's about the same as usual watch time. Subscribers is 19 more than usual. Oh aye, right. Right, so thanks for watching. Bye!